let's talk about something that's both incredibly gentle and really, really powerful. We're going to explore how to stay connected to the world when you're dealing with a progressive or chronic illness. We'll look at some simple, low-stress ways to get out of the house and, maybe more importantly, why those little tiny acts matter so, so much.
And this quote, this right here is the heart of it all. It's a feeling so many people experience but don't always talk about. It's that sense that the big, vibrant world you used to know just gradually, almost without you noticing, starts to get smaller. So let's talk about what that actually looks like. So first, we've got to understand the process itself. We're calling it the world shrinking because that's exactly what it feels like. This slow, quiet contraction. It's a shift from feeling like you can go everywhere to sometimes feeling like you can go nowhere at all.
And the thing to see here is just how subtle this all is. It's not one big decision. It starts with you going everywhere. Then, maybe you cut out a few places that feel like too much effort. Pretty soon, you're only leaving for necessary appointments. And before you know it, even that can feel like a mountain to climb. It's this quiet retreat that can happen to literally anyone.
Okay, so why is it so important to push back? Even just a little. Well, that brings us to our next point. Why just participating matters so much. And the key here, it has nothing to do with physical exertion. It is all about maintaining that vital connection to the world around you. This is such a crucial mindset shift. The goal is not exertion. It's not about proving you can do something hard or strenuous. No, the real valuable goal is simply participation. Just the act of being present in the world outside your own four walls. And the benefits are huge. We're talking about simple sensory variation, literally feeling the air on your skin, hearing different sounds. Sunlight helps your body's natural clock, which means better sleep. Even a quick hello to a neighbor is a low-pressure social connection. And maybe most importantly, these little acts reinforce who you are outside of the illness, and that protects your sense of dignity. And this is why it's so important. Every single time you participate, even in the smallest possible way, you are making this powerful statement to yourself. It's a declaration. You're saying, I am still here. I am still part of the world. And, this isn't just a feeling, it's actual physiology. There's this concept called nature as regulation, and it's backed by a lot of research. Just seeing greenery through a window can measurably lower stress hormones like cortisol in your body. Your nervous system is literally hardwired to feel calmer when it's connected to the outdoors. All right, so we've covered the why. Now let's get into the how. This next part is all about practical, super low-stress ideas, really gentle, achievable steps you can take to get started. And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? When your energy is just at rock bottom and the world feels completely overwhelming, where in the world is the starting line? Well, the answer is a lot simpler than you might think. It starts right here. This is your permission slip to start incredibly small. The front door is enough. You don't need a big plan or a destination. Just opening the door and feeling what's on the other side, that is a victory. It absolutely counts. And from there, you can just build on it. Maybe you just sit in the doorway for a few minutes. Or maybe you create a little comfy spot on the porch with a chair and a blanket. You could try adaptive gardening with raised beds, which brings that joy of caring for something without the physical strain. Or, and this is a personal favorite, a simple bird feeder can turn one of your windows into a source of daily, delightful surprises. Now, when you feel ready for a short trip out, here are a few really great low-energy options. A scenic drive, for example, requires zero walking, but can totally refresh your perspective. A garden center is usually calm, flat, and just full of beautiful sensory input. Or think about a coffee shop during off-peak hours, or a quiet library. Both let you feel part of the world without all the chaos. And hey, let's not underestimate the power of just normal life tasks. Picking up your own prescription or browsing the aisles at the hardware store, these aren't just errands. They are powerful acts of autonomy. They anchor your identity in the routines of everyday life and remind you that you are so much more than just a patient. So, all of this, it leads to one big idea, reclaiming your world. And the central theme to remember through it all is that this is about presence, not performance. It's about being in your life, not putting on a show for anyone. Because here's what's happening in your brain every time you step outside. You're creating a positive psychological shift. You're breaking the monotony, both visually and mentally. You're engaging your brain's sense of space, and they're getting a little dopamine hit from the simple novelty of it all. See, isolation shrinks our perception, but even a tiny trip outside starts to expand it again. And if you take just one thing away from our time together today, please let it be this. Success here is not about conquering mountains or running marathons. It's about finding small, sustainable ways to simply remain connected to the world, to life, and most of all, to yourself.
So I'll leave you with this question to just think about. It's not about some grand plan for tomorrow or next week. It's just about today. What is one small, gentle way you can connect with your world right now?